Well, we all know the greatness of Vida Blue, and we're celebrating the 1973 World Series champions. You were such a huge part. You think about that year. You won 20 games. You guys won the World
Nice,
Series.
nice.
And it was the second straight year winning the World Series for you.
Pretty cool, huh? I think, Chris, I was turned 23 that July, so pretty cool. And in my wildest dreams, of course, when you in the minor leagues, you want to make it to the majors. And once you get to the majors, what's next? You want to win the World Series. That's every player's dream, and mine was no different. But to do it one, two, three years in a row is pretty cool. And we played a pretty decent Mets team. And I think that was the last time Willie Mays wore a baseball uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was sad to see him go because he's my childhood idol, along with the Aarons and Frank Robinsons, and of course, let's not forget Mr. Robinson himself.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool, man. I enjoyed the ride, and thanks for honoring us today, and thanks for letting me get a little face time.
Well, you think about where you were at this point, right? 71, then 72, you win the World Series. Now you win it again. So if people thought, the A's got lucky in 72 against the Reds, now they weren't saying that. You've won two straight World Series. You go to another one, win again in 74. But what was that thought process, validating it and doing it again?
I don't know, man. Like I said, I was too young to figure out what the heck was going on.
Life was just going too
All
good.
I know, I was enjoying the ride, and we had a great ball team, but I think the Mets might have matched up against us with their pitcher with Tom Seaver, Tug McGraw, Jerry Koosman.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, was it Craig Swan? I think it was Swan. I can't think of his first name, but they matched up pretty good with us. With us, but we had Catfish Hunt and Raleigh Fingers and Blue Moon Odom and Paul Lindblad and Daryl Knowles and a guy named Vida Blue. So again, man, in your wildest dreams, you don't think about winning it. Then you think about repeating. Said, nah. I know this for a fact. You mentioned the word luck in your when you asked your question. I know it wasn't luck. It was all skill, baby.
Well, I remember our buddy Ray Fosse said when he came here, this was his first year with the A's.
He thought we were crazy.
Dick Green told him, "Oh, we're going to win the World Series," and Ray's coming from Cleveland, where they were out of first place as of Game 1 of the season,
Yeah,
right? So
80,000 people opening day, and after that, see you later.
yeah, and he said it was unbelievable the confidence you guys had and the belief that you guys had in
I
yourselves.
think what us might have scared them was that we fought amongst ourselves, and there was always a little brawl between this guy and that guy and this guy. But when it came down to crossing that white line, we were all business. And you have to give a shout out to our managers, and you have to give credit to Charlie Finley. He's the one that assembled us and put us together. Um May he rest in peace. But the man knew what he was doing. I know that. He would call me in the wintertime and say, Vida, what do you think of Don Bell? I'm like, hey, man, he's a tough out for me. He's now your teammate. Don't say anything until like 4 o'clock, and there's going to be a press release. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about now? What the heck you talking about, man? But we got to give credit to the ownership, got to give credit to the coaches, and they put us in a position to win and be successful each and every day, and it worked out for us. But be one of the Yankees are the only other team to three-peat. Then the Yankees win it 5 years in a row at one
They won
time.
5 years in a row, yeah.
But to be amongst those dynasties of the Yankees, it's pretty cool to not compare, but be in the same sense as when you talk about teams winning the championship more than twice.
Yeah, it's just the A's and the Yankees to do a three-peat. And, now when you get together, we just talked to Joe Rudy about this. I mean, you guys were more than just teammates. You guys were like brothers. What's it like to still get together at this point?
Well, we're getting up in age, as you heard me grunting, getting out of the little cart that they provided me with. Uh, but it's always nice to see each other And of course, coming over on the bus, we reminiscing about this and that. And I'm amazed the memory of some of these guys have talking about a certain game at bat or pitcher or situation in which we were confronted with. But uh, the game of baseball has kept me young in a sense in itself, Chris, because I can remember certain pitching situations, but when I'm going to the grocery store, I forget to get the eggs. I'm not sure how that works, but I can remember baseball stuff 20 years ago. I can't remember to get the eggs at Safeway, so I'm not sure how it works like that, but that's the way it is.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've known you for a long time, and all the years after your career in the media and the television, you talk about one of the great baseball lives. You've had one of them, and you're truly an A's great. And everybody in the Bay Area, you're one of the few guys that play for both teams, and you're always going to be remembered as absolute greatness in this
I
area.
wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world, man. It's the experience that a kid from Mansfield, Louisiana, left town and seeking his fortune, and I'm on playing with house money.
Well, it's always great to see
Thank
you,
you,
my
Chris.
friend.
My pleasure, man.
The great Vida Blue.